She, even more than any guy, is the most decorated boxer in the history of Hawaii. 5'1", currently the third-ranked flyweight in the country, and now the oldest champ all time. In fact, she's a 4-time world champion, and her pro career didn't start till 2006, at age 38. Pololo girl's record, 9-5-2. Don't let that fool you. 8 of her last 15 fights have been world title bouts. Age, nothing but a number. Our Jemai Webster with the Hawaiian Mongoose, Eileen Olszewski, our Hawaii MVP this week.
And once again, the flyweight champion of the world, Eileen, the Hawaiian Olszewski.
After a perfect road in the amateur ranks and putting in work the last 8 years, Hawaii's Eileen Olszewski has now added a 4th world championship belt to her waist.
That's a special thing to still be able to compete at a high level.
I didn't have, so much wear and tear. They have a phrase in boxing where you got treads on your tires. So I think since I started later, I started with a little more tread.
And her secret's simple. Says she eats right and finds sleep in the city that never does. But since she's been back home on vacation, she's cheated her own checklist.
I'm eating a lot of macadamia nuts and Simon right now, so I don't know if I'm eating too good right now.
But with age comes insight. At 45, she's in a world where most of her competitors are 20 years younger with twice as much fight experience.
Boxing is a humbling sport. There's always someone, wanting to challenge you.
Eileen's road to seeing her name on the marquee was an unusual one. Dancing was her profession. It's what she left Hawaii for, pursuing opportunities in ballet. But when being a ballerina wasn't paying the bills, she became a dancer for the New York Knicks, where she spent 3 seasons. And if you ask her, it's what prepared her for prize fighting.
There's so much build-up to the moment you finally get into the ring. You're just waiting for that bell to ring because you're so nervous. Dancing, I think, helped me maintain composure.
About 20 years ago, dance brought Eileen to New York City. It's where she lives, trains, and sometimes even fights. But what this self-proclaimed New Yorker and 1986 Kaimuki graduate would like you to know is that she's never forgotten her Hawaiian roots.
I always carry Hawaii with me.
Where'd you get this fight from?
Well, I came from Pololo Valley.
Stay in the pocket.
I never want to fight with my brother and my sister, so I always got beat up. But, I love them.
It could be said she got all of her fighting spirit from family. Hawaiian Mongoose, moniker coined by her husband and trainer Matthew.
Right here.
With thoughts of what her dad used to call her. And when mom comes to town...
Oh, if you don't move your feet and you don't move your head, no good, no power already. So funny.
In a more local way, she also adds her tips and tricks to mastering the sweet science.
Grasp that essence. That's truly words of wisdom for boxing, because truly, if you don't move your feet and your head, you're done.
And that's a thought nowhere near Eileen's head. Pololo native feels despite Father Time's ticking clock, she's got plenty good years left.
Stay in the pocket. There you go. And I'm going to say this as respectful as possible because my mother taught me so. Never ask a woman her age, but you're in your 40s now. How long can you continue this run?
I don't know. I mean, every year I keep saying, I'll do it for one more year. I could have maybe fight till I'm 50 and I can be the real Hawaii 5-0,
Eileen Hawaiian Mongoose Olszewski, our Hawaii MVP this week.
Now, if any of you have ideas who we should feature as a Hawaii MVP, hit us up at KITV.com. Hawaiian Mongoose says she'd like to fight again here in 2014, possibly in Europe, where she has what she calls unfinished business after dropping a decision in Europe back in 2012.